words matched your eyes.
If someone asked me when I was 18, 19, when I started writing that project for Brewery, what can you make right now? What do you want to make? Like, based on your own times and not based on random situations that you haven't actually experienced, which is I guess a lot of trap rappers do, which is fair enough. It's a culture in itself. But for me, it's like that's all I had at the time. You know, I had youth, which includes love, which includes you know, the first feelings you get, which are based on spiritual feelings. It includes just your love for music. It includes, I guess, it includes heartbreak for a lot of us. It includes certain things, and they're all sparked by my youth. You know, so that's all I had. You know, so when we were gonna name the tape originally Juvenile Youth or Juvenile, like, it's either we named it, like, Adolescence just slipped out because it was like, cool, this project paints these 4, 5, 6 years, you know, and there's nothing else that I can talk about, sort of thing. So every project you hear from me, well, hopefully, I don't know if I change or whatever, but every project you hear from me will be a chapter in my life, basically. That's it, literally. I come in, and then when it comes to musicality, it's based on mood, like, because we can't create something I can't create like a indie rock R&B type thing if I'm in a hip hop mood, you know, if I'm in a rock mood or whatever. So it can't be forced. So for me, you have to be in that mood. So for me, it's just like what mood are we in today? Do we have anything based on this project that we can, you know, naturally create right now? That's it, literally. Like, that's how Adolescence got created, all based on moods. Intimacy is definitely created, creativity wise, in this kind of space naturally. So when you record it, obviously, yeah, naturally it becomes intimate.
I wish you knew what
I'm
was
more inclined to
in
talk
my
directly
head.
about what I'm feeling than most other guys that are also musicians or songwriters, which I guess is a blessing in a way. So for me, it's just like, I don't feel attached to be any certain way unless, however I feel is how I'm gonna write, basically. I don't know, man, like, I'm just not afraid to say what I feel, I think, and it's a blessing, man. So that's literally, I don't have any fear when it comes to writing. But like, there's a song in Adolescence, like, there's 2 songs in there that are about someone in my past, and she didn't know about those songs. At the same day we dropped that emotional video with that stuff, like, this is the first time MTV got on a case as well. I was into blogging and that, so this is proper big for us. So we go out at night, we're celebrating and stuff. Intellect, all these different guys are there, we're chilling, they're musicians. And I look right, and it's this the same character from my past that I've been writing about, and not so positively. So that was interesting. But yeah, that's it really.
My life to live forever, forever, forever. Yeah, won't you change, stay the same?
Okay, I came from a place where I was asked when I first started writing, do you want to make songs that will bang? Or do you want to make songs, do you want to take time to find your own style and find your own feet and be that niche that you are? I was like, obviously I don't feel like I'm inclined to make bangers. As much as songs might be bangers in the future, they're going to be indie. Like, people might consider Juvenile Youth the more commercials track, but that sample and that track and everything is very much indie, you know? So that's the kind of vibe we're going for, that's cool. But in terms of actually creating, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, I have to be in touch with at least 3 out of 4 of them if the song's going to be good. Sometimes I do pray as well a lot before songs, so I can actually channel my own energy, you know, from a higher being as well, so it helps. But it's one of them things where I need to, like, you have to be in touch, otherwise your song, especially if you're an indie songwriter, not necessarily a pop writer, because then you can be any old mood and just, you know, just create some chords and write, I think. But for me, like, if I'm going to write a good song, you have to be in touch with everything. Like Purple Sunshine, for example, every lyric for me it's one of my favourite songs I've written, because every lyric, like, I've struck a chord. I haven't taken the left corner and tried to write a lyric that just fits with this because of the lyric, because of the rhythm or whatever. Like, there's a lot of songs in the past where I've done that. This is like, everything is like sculptured, you know. And I look back and I'm like, if I'm in the mood I am in now, I'm like, I could have never have written that. And that's purely spiritual, you know. That's not me. That's the energy that I've been given, that I've been blessed to be given. So if I don't channel that energy, then I can't write. sort of songs. You channeled an energy that's powerful, and you somehow use that to utilize your gift properly.
Yeah.
And that's euphoric. It's a blessing. When you can do that, that's when good songs get made. You know, that's how Golden Gate got made. But I wish that happened every time because it's not easy to get into that sort of zone.
Above the bird skies I view.
I wish I knew time was more valuable than it is, because as much time as I spent enjoying myself, there's also a lot of time I spent compromising and doing certain things that wouldn't have progressed me, that I still enjoyed, but because I enjoyed other things that wouldn't have progressed me. I'm very much closer to God and closer to certain things now than I've ever been, and it's a peaceful sense now because I'm a peaceful, and certain things I do that are in reverence, in a personal kind of way that no one will ever know. A third thing, it's got to be something to do with love and pride, man. Understanding that not everyone you shouldn't expect things from everyone, basically, because when you're younger, you're kind of naive, and my sister's still breaking out of this a little bit, but you expect goodness out of everyone, and when you can't have things your way, and you keep expecting things that are good, you end up getting frustrated, you end up taking things out in different ways.
We won't last, but I'ma live forever. We can fight and make love till the night spoils us again. Seasons pass, but will we make the summer last?
Yeah, the F word is definitely like, I don't agree with it. I don't like the word. That's the truth. But at the same time, like, yeah, it's very hard being in a culture where egos and energy and male testosterone, all that kind of stuff are being combined with like 5-10 of you, whatever, and you're all just like at the top of that mentality, right? How can you really escape what everyone else is doing? You know, you have to be very, very, very strong, or just different. I get that completely. I think certain people, especially in London, have grown up in environments where swearing was part of your language, even from their parents. So it's like, how can you really argue against that when your culture has been, your lingual, whatever it is, the way you speak is based on your expression involving those sort of words, you know. So I can't argue against that. Me personally, I wasn't raised around that, so me doing that is out of my character.
They said the things I bet I have done, said, locked emotion in my head. Regret has left me deep in debt. Yeah, gray sky, and it was raining. We first died. Now I can't help but think of you when they cry.
I don't know, like when you're raised up with sport and music as passions, and you get to that point where you're extremely passionate about one of them, if you don't, I don't know, man, if you don't exercise that passion and you're very passionate about it, it's almost like you're hurting yourself, you know? I would say it's the most fearful thing you can ever do, like, because you have everyone thinking you're going to fail. You have everyone thinking, oh, he's just fallen off, his life is completely fallen off. You know, everyone's going to say that. But, I mean, if it's something you truly want to do, like, I just say why not, man? Because you have to really, 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 really be passionate about it. Otherwise, if you're not, one, you're going to lose out on the opportunity you had in the business, corporate world, or whatever it is. And two, you're going to, if you're not passionate about it enough, you're going to end up in the music world, but not far enough as you want to, and then you end up getting, you just end up getting more depressed, or certain things you'll start feeling, because, like, real talk, I just tell you, any creative, man, if you have signs that are allowing you to keep creating, and you have, like, whether it's someone telling you something, or you making someone feel a certain way, or just being able to be stable enough to create and still do your little secret thing, if that, you know, that, bro, as guilty as I felt, like, how can I take that as a sign, you know? Most of the time we have faith, and our faith increases because of these signs, because of these blessings we keep having. So if you don't take that as a part of your calling as well, then going backwards.
You like this sound? Do you like this sound? This is the sound of my youth. You know you like this sound. You like this song because this is the sound of my youth.
The song I released, the cover, I had like maybe like 400, 300 followers on SoundCloud. Just average singers like a year ago, whatever. I don't know, about around a year ago. I released this cover of it as Isaiah Rashad's song. I Shot You Down, and I released it, and this is just basically me talking it out against people that didn't appreciate what musicians do. I was feeling my frustration against people that are around me that didn't understand, basically, or that didn't value people that had passions or artist type goals. So put that song out of frustration and didn't even think that it would do well. And then I think within like 2 days I had like 10 or 20,000 plays. And in my head I was just thinking, what the hell has happened? But I think fear is probably one of the biggest lies you can ever. Fear is the devil. Like if you think about it, like it's telling you, it's doubt. It's telling you can't do this, you can't do certain things. That person on your shoulder. So, and fear exists a lot in music, and especially that topic you talked about before about people wanting to delve into something now. Like if your worry is fear because you haven't seen it before, if someone else can do it, then you can as well. It's as simple as that.
I reminisce on my time with you.
Me and my siblings are quite like close. None of us are enemies. You know, we're all close. We will have different. Me and my sister, I think, maybe a bit more similar. Me and my brother in certain aspects, but even so, me and my brother both sing. You know, so it's like it's one of them things. And it's obviously my sister's younger, she does poetry and she's a girl, so competitive isn't really that. I think she empowers a lot of other females with her poetry as well, which is good, and I appreciate that a lot. That's why I say I would be a different person if I didn't have a sister, because she's very influential just in terms of how she is. And you can see that by all of her poetry as well. But yeah, just to do that song, even though I was just doing the Justin Bieber part, even so, like the creative process was still there. And I'd heard that poem before, and you know, just to think that that situation turned into me being the singer on the track and rewriting it a little bit so it fitted with the concept and stuff. It was special, man.
I can relate to my fears. I'd rather live outside.
For the EP like 30. There's too many that are unfinished, but I don't know. What we're gonna do, we're gonna try to figure out like which tracks fit the most in the concept, and then work from like people that want to help. Like there's a couple of guys that work for well, there's one guy that manages Rizzle Kicks. We've been liaising in that, and he probably wants to help. So we're sort of talking about that. But out of the 20 or 30, there could be 3 EPs, there could be 1 big album, there could be 5 singles before an album, there could be videos. So what I'm trying to do now is just make sure the music is I guess sounding very strong. There's a project idea called Until Forever. It's basically adolescence, but I guess part 2. Nah, I mean recently a lot of songs have been about the girl I'm dating now, she's been my muse, so it's all positive. Or like my girlfriend, who's not the most religious of people, but at the same time, like if I'm doubting myself highly, like I've been friends with her for 3 years, like just genuinely friends when we started dating like this summer. Like I've had some of my darkest, most doubting times recently, because obviously it's the stage of the next project, it's just how it happens, more work. And she's been the person that's like, look how much has happened, have faith, you know. And so someone for her who hasn't necessarily been raised up in the kind of backgrounds we have, like under God and stuff, to say faith and say certain things like you know, it kind of speaks for itself, man. So yeah, it's good to have people around you as well that boost your doubt.
Although I saw you today, I miss you. Come over to my place, I'll kiss you. I know I saw you today, I miss you. I hope I see you soon, I miss you.
Yeah. So you work out to me. Reach out to me.
Alright, cool. If you had to compare your game to an NBA player, who would you?
LeBron James. Next question.